Do you let setbacks stop you? Or do you recognize that when nothing is working and you are so done that you can't even think, do you take that as the opportunity to reset? I went live earlier just a second ago, and it was more because I was trying to do something for my other business. And, I keep thinking about this, though, with the setbacks. Like, obviously, sometimes things don't work right in my life. I am running a business. I'm raising my kids. I am doing all of the things. And I've had a lot of setbacks. There was one time I decided back in 2019 to start my business. And in that time, my partner ended up cheating on me with another woman and getting her pregnant. And my marriage was like literally falling apart. I was trying to build my business, and that wasn't going too well because I didn't have the skill set yet to really understand how it all worked. But people had been telling me for 8 years that I needed to do something with what I was learning. And no, that was 6 years because my son was 6 at that point. And then, like the next month, my house burns down. So I had setback after setback after setback, and nothing was working the way I wanted. And I was stuck. I had to go back to relying on this person who had abused me mentally and emotionally, and had just given me this feeling that like love was just not possible anymore. But I had to rely on him, and I was in a trauma bond, and trauma bonds suck. And on top of that, I had nowhere to live, so I was really stuck. And my entire computer had melted in the fire. So I lost 6 years worth of ideas when it came to my business. So I've had some serious setbacks in my life. But you know what's really helpful when you have those setbacks is to recognize that maybe it's just not time yet, but keep going. You can't fail if you never give up. And so when the setback comes up, it does this all the time. Like I saw when my computer was all melted and my house was burned down, I'm like, I can rebuild this, and I can rebuild it better. And maybe the castle will sink into the swamp again. I'll build another castle on top of it, and maybe that one will sink in this swamp, and maybe the other castle will burn down, fall over, and then sink into the swamp. But at one point, that castle will be standing. And so this is the thing, is that you can't quit, but you can take a rest. And so when I was writing my book, I also had this coming up where it's like, nothing's working right now, nothing's coming to me. I'd written a 90,000 word behemoth of a book. It was just like the rough draft. And I sat on it for 2 years after that. I'm like, you know what? I need to pivot. I need to learn coaching. I need to actually take what I've written in my book and apply it to see if this actually works as well as I think it does. And it worked better. I was blown away by how much I got these results for my clients and for my friends and for myself. And I even applied my system that I teach inside of my book to other areas of my life. So when you have those setbacks, what you really need to look at is like, if nothing is working, how can I learn from this? How can I grow from this? How can I rest in this? I've had moments where it's like, you know what? I just need to cry today. I just need to lay down. I need to watch something sad on TV. I need to get those feelings out. I need to listen to a playlist of music. I've got a whole big eclectic mix. Anything from like the 80s all the way through the 90s to like 2000s, sometimes even older than that, some of the 70s. Like, I just love all kinds of music, and I just put that on, and I put on the music for my mood, and I'll just cry. Or I'll be like, you know what? I've been working myself crazy with this project, and I need to go down to the beach. Obviously, I can't go down to the beach right now. It's freaking cold, and it snowed. It actually snowed. It's March. Go home, Elsa. You're drunk. But I was like, okay, I'm going to go to the beach. And somehow in doing that, in taking that time to rest, it's like seeing these setbacks as an opportunity to reset. I take that time. I go to the beach, or I take a nap, or I spend the whole weekend just playing video games. And then I come back and I'm fired up and I'm ready to go. And I've got so many more ideas. They just come to me. And then suddenly things work again. So I'm going to invite you to recognize that even if something's not working and you just keep pushing at that door to get that door open, sometimes in life, when that door is staying locked and staying closed, maybe it's just not time yet. Maybe you just got to wait. Maybe you just got to be patient. Maybe you just got to pivot and focus on something else for a little while. Either another project or even just time for yourself to get back to baseline. And then it doesn't seem so bad. And it's like, okay, yeah, that's fine. I can wait. I can wait as long as it takes. I can wait until that door opens again or another door opens. Because I know that this is for me. And that's the thing, is when you know something is for you and you've tuned into that heart space and you recognize that this is going to happen. And it may not happen today, and it may not happen tomorrow. It may not even happen 2 months from now. But as long as you keep going on that path, and you're going to have those setbacks, your house is going to burn down, or something's going to not work, something's going to fall apart. You're just being led towards your destiny. Because I knew it. I knew I was resisting when my marriage fell apart. And I said, there's just nobody else out there for me. And then I met him. And it may not be exactly time for us yet, but I met him, and he's the most extraordinary man in the universe. And I realized, oh, that's why my marriage fell apart. That's why that happened. That's why my house burned down. That's why I had all these setbacks, because I needed to learn how to build my business. I needed to rise up, and I needed to take that time even for myself. There were even setbacks with this person, my favorite person in the whole wide world. He knows who he is, and maybe he's watching, maybe he's not, but I just know it's gonna happen. So when you feel that, and you got to feel it with your heart, and you got to feel it deep inside, and just know that it's for you, because the universe will let you get to where you need to go. All right, I think that's all I need to share for now. I do have a Phoenix method of rising up from the ashes, though, and I might share that at a later point. I'm actually thinking of writing another book. This time it won't be about birth, but birth is really a metaphor for life, and I've just noticed that when I use the Phoenix method, I end up rising up from the ashes and I rebirth myself. And I end up doing epic stuff that I just couldn't have imagined possible, or I find the solution to those setbacks, and I realized that the setback was that opportunity to reset and go into my Phoenix mode. And yeah, I love what I do. I love being able to help people, and I just hope that that little piece of light that I've put out for you is enough for you to recognize that if you are going through something right now, if you are having something not working, are you going to let it stop you, or are you going to take that moment to rest? Because, when you take that moment to rest and regroup, that's when you recognize, is this still for me, or am I just pushing at something that I didn't realize I don't actually want anymore? And people are being so sweet in the comments. Thank you. I appreciate you calling me beautiful. That's a beautiful compliment. Thank you. I appreciate that. And yeah, that's all I have. I got to go and work on a project now, but I'll be back. I'm always going to come back because I love this. I love being able to share that little magic out there. And I'm going to invite you to do the same in your own life. Put out some beautiful comments, like tell somebody that they're beautiful or tell somebody that they inspire you. Just random acts of kindness are really the way to go. And the more you put that out there, the more you're going to see that path. And those setbacks won't seem so bad because your life is full of happiness and joy, and you're spreading that joy around. All right. Talk to you soon.